Hello everybody and welcome back to another Dreamer Lover 90 video. Now today I'll be touring what is inside this beautiful room of mine where all the magic happens and all of basically everything in my life happens. Now sorry I haven't been uploading very much recently, mainly quite a lot has been happening in my life, but that is between me and my family. So what you can see behind me to start is some of the stuff that mainly I couldn't actually fit in the room of magic. So we're going to start in the spare room and then we're going to work our way in, through and past. So we're going to start with the massive Doctor Who poster on the door here. It looks, let's just say it looks a bit stupid, to be honest. I got it off of the internet, I don't know where from, but it's last. I'm surprised, to be honest, I'm surprised that it has lasted that long. And then we open the door and we come in here and we got basically the room of where people work in my family when they're not going into the office. I've got other things scattered around in here. Old games in this bag, old toys in another bag, computer monitors and some other clothings, more toys and books, a lampshade, other things, my guitar also I couldn't fit in my room of magic. And that's pretty much what's scattered in here. Working our way out of the spare room, behind, just on this wall here, is the two pictures that I acquired. One of them I acquired off of the internet and one I'd made at the college, South Devon College. This one is on top, is covered in trains from the southern region and the London Brighton to South Coast Railway. Lucky that I could say that all at once. But anyway, there's also two pannier tank engines from the Great Western Railway. They also look quite nice. There's also one in the middle, also an A4 class steam locomotive from the London North Eastern Railway. The frame of that I'm quite proud of as well. I painted that myself. And also the one that's hanging up underneath it is a beautiful Star Wars poster that I acquired off of the internet. It's from the brand new, as you may have known quite recently, Ahsoka TV show. You can watch off of Disney Plus. And on this door here, just next, is a few more random posters that people just walk straight past when they go into the bathroom, which is a bit stupid, but that was just me mucking around. I also made those posters myself. And then of course on the door of the Room of Magic we have a few more posters. This poster in the middle here for the motorsport driver helmet, this is now, I've got to admit, it is now out of date. But I still keep it up there because it still looks generally pretty good. And then underneath it, we also have the three people that we know and love from Top Gear and the Grand Tour on Amazon as well. And then above these two posters, we've got this one, which is generally the poster that just describes me in total. And then the one to its left is from a game called Kiss of War, which I got a bit obsessed with for quite a while. And then that one is a sticker from the Walkerverse, which I am a part of. And then we are going to go into the Room of Magic, and then this is where everything happens. So we're going to start off with some of the more messier places, then we're going to work our way up. This is the bed. It's basically, as you can see, it's been, the wall next to it is also been covered with posters. Now I'm not going to describe all of these posters, maybe a few, but not all of them. And then, as you can see, there's got shelves and shelves here. Only three, but it's sort of Star Wars niggly bits that I've acquired off of the internet. There's a few books as well of the from the prequel trilogy and stuff from my childhood as well, which is quite good. And there's an alarm clock which I don't think works anymore, sadly. And I think you've got a little bit of a booklet there. That's two booklets actually on the remote control cars. And then we've got my headphones just down here, and then underneath here we've got some more niggly bits, which is just more books, a few bits of Lego, and then Nerf stuff, and some model bits on tractors. And then this pretty much goes on with these drawers: books, Lego, magazines, and then it's pretty much the same on top. We've got posters along this wall, which is just completely themed on Star Wars. And then this is my desk. It's most of the time, I've got to admit, it is messy as hell. It never stays the same for more than, I've got to say, at least 1 month. It's always changing, and I'm always working on it. So that's the good thing. And as I don't just store things on to and fro in the drawers. I store things behind the TV as well. Yes, I've got a TV there. I'm a bit lazy like that. Got my camera there, book of Spanish stuff, a few Star Wars: The Clone Wars niggly bits, shelves, a few tools, with some Doctor Who stuff, some more. There's a Lego model truck there, one of my old phones, and some Marvel stuff. There's also some drawing stuff and some more posters on top here, and then underneath there you see some more books and magazines. On top of there, my printer, which is not being used at the moment because it's also broken. There's some more DVDs and Blu-rays in there. There's also you can just see, get down in there. It's just an old Hornby model steam locomotive from the London Midlands Scottish region. If we open up some of these drawers, it's just stuffed with toy trucks, and some more Lego stuff in here as well. Books on trains, which that means I don't really use that drawer much. And then in this drawer, it's basically practically the same. And then just down, if I move my chair out, boxes and boxes more of magazines, railway stuff, and Lego, which is basically very similar. I've got drawers and drawers and drawers here of Lego, so my Lego collection never stops basically. But once I use it once, never really use it for a second time, unfortunately, because you don't have time to do it. And then that's my wardrobe, and above that it's a box collection. My mum calls it a cardboard hazard, but I don't know why. And then there's in the corner in between there, that also changes quite a lot. A lot of the time that gets very messy. Sometimes you will see lots of stuff in this corner. Sometimes you will see it a little bit more tidier than other times. We've got stuffed creatures in my wardrobe in there. You've got more Lego boxes down between the side, more posters on this wall along here. And then we move along this bookshelf. We've got some more smaller books. We've got a Lego model truck, so I've got 2 of those. Some deodorant, some smellies, more Star Wars figurine boxes along there. By the way, that is my Star Wars figurines in there, by the way, just to be clear. Some Hot Wheels, niggly bits, some more cars in there. Got some, I can't remember what they're called. What are they called? Do you know what they're called? The other thing that Hornby sell. Anyway, some bigger boxes and some big more puzzle boxes. Some bigger books along the shelf along here as well, and along the stand here finally we have CDs all along down there at the moment. And just behind this door we see is hidden some of my dressing gown, other stuff for Halloween. There's another poster behind it, but we're not going to look at that one. There is a poster here I'm quite proud of. That one is a poster of Europe's transport. And then we look towards just along the bottom, we've got some more gigantic books along the bottom. There's some Doctor Who books along there, some Minecraft books, some PlayStation 2 games down there. And then that is pretty much what happens along the outside. When we say what happens down here, when we say the big mass of drawings is in that box and that old camper down there that's hidden underneath there, I hardly ever get a chance to look at them, mainly for that reason, because there is more stuff on top of them than there is underneath them. So that is the main reason. So a lot of my drawing goes on afresh because I've got into the habit now of redoing them, being able to do it. So a lot of my comic collection lives right on top of my desk as well. Hairstyling stuff lives behind the TV. Hazardous oils live behind the TV, but I don't really use the hazardous oils very much. Stuff for the remote control cars, it also lives in here as well, along with stuffed in with the Hornby models and Batman models as well. More Halloween stuff lives in that bag as well. Underneath that is pretty similar things. In there is more pencil cases and stuff for Scalextrics. That's the word I've come up with now. I managed to come up with. There is more spare bags for the figurine collection because, believe it or not, I have more figurines that I can actually fit in my boxes and bags, which is a bit strange. Along in here, you can see that's my rucksack for college. That's another box for Lego. Let's put that on my chair so we can get to this little hydrated part in here, which if we open this one up, this one's quite a big place to store all of my annual things that I can browse the internet for. That includes things like the Hornby website, the Minecraft forums and other things, annuals, like Star Wars annuals. There's also a Halloween mask in there, some black paper, some colouring pens also in there. But they don't come out very often because that's mainly, again, annual things, as you could say. In this box here is the bag of Jenga, and then underneath here is some old PlayStation 3 games and another book for Star Wars. Put that back down there. We can reach down underneath in here if I just switch this round and sit in the chair, which most of the time nowadays is used quite a lot. This is the hydration for quite a lot of the stuff. So if I put this on the floor, that's another box that I use. I can just slide in for the model farming's equipment. Again, model railways, same sort of thing. More paper in there. That's Scalextric's cars behind there. Also, there's another book. Other stuff that I tend to muck around when I'm mucking around online. Tend to buy a lot of big things. They don't tend to be that expensive, but to be honest, it's my money. Underneath here you've got some more cards, some more colouring pens, and some Lego figures. And when you think that is all it, that is not all it, because underneath you've got even more Lego. Underneath there you've got the bin for the room, which is a bit of a mess that needs replacing, I've got to admit. That is even more paper underneath there, and more outfits for doing things like Star Wars and Halloween. More magazines behind and under there. More giant books if I remove the bin temporarily. That's the box for the slightly smaller lightsabers. And if we look on top of my bed, that is one of my lightsabers. Some of the other lightsabers are with college at the moment, so that is a thing that I am dealing with. If we temporarily move back to the massive pile full that is never tidied, we have Nerf guns. Nerf guns is a big thing. That's one of the things that I love to do. That also includes drawing and mucking about with doing maintenance also on the remote control cars. I also keep all the stuff for the maintenance in here. To put up the posters, as you know, you need a lot of pins, screws, things to hang them up. That all goes in there. So these two boxes basically are on top of each other. Behind that is Horrible Histories books, and some more boxes for the slightly smaller lightsabers. We've got some more marbles that are made of plastic, because underneath in there somewhere I can't be bothered to go and rustle about in there right now, but somewhere in there there is a little small marble run and a gigantic marble run. The gigantic marble run I haven't got much of anymore because, well, it's all broken and rusty, let's just say that. But the more modern plastic marbles and more modern plastic marble run all live in this pile. That includes boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff from on top of the wardrobe and down here. Sometimes I have to keep the boxes from the remote control cars down in this pile because they don't fit up there. Most of the time, a lot of the clothes do tend to fall down here, so that's a slight thing. But as you can see, we can pull back this door. More coat hangers, some of my old shirts, boxes and boxes and boxes of Star Wars figurine 6-inch boxes, which I have finally managed to find the time to store them away. Also, on this old part of the building here, because all of this is plasterboard, this is peeling away, so I haven't put any posters up on this part here. So a lot of them I've had to take down and find different places for them. But luckily, that hasn't been too much of a big problem. It's only these two posters I've had to shorten down. For instance, this one used to be in a poster where I just lift this up. This one used to be in a massive poster with this one. But sadly it isn't anymore because I've had to take them down and I'm going to have to find another frame for that one. So they're going to be two separate ones, but I don't know where I would store them. On this wall there is some posters that are just generally hidden away because I've got so much clutter that I tend to hide on that wall and in front of that wall. So don't be surprised if that is a general problem. My CD player is on top of the CD stand there. I've also got my remote for my TV. That tends to move around the room quite a lot. Also quite a lot, Nerf bullets tend to live down in that place, and they also tend to live in boxes like this and small drawers like this. The poster collection never stops. That's another thing which sort of never goes away. I have a big obsession with things like Lego, Model Railway and CDs and other things like that. Also have a big thing of collecting jumpers as well, which is one of the big ones I'm wearing now, as you can see. I am working on a project for a remote control car just there on my desk. I am waiting for a part. Rubbish tends to scatter around the room quite a lot, which means so this part of the room along here does get tidied quite often. So I have got into that habit quite often now, without even being told, which is a bit weird and a bit surprising, because when I was little, I'd have to get told quite a lot, do your tidying. A lot of the big books also live in here, along with the farming stuff and my Xbox games. So that's basically 3 things in one. Well, I could say 3 things, maybe 4, because there's also drawings in here as well. Stapler also lives there. Sometimes I also swap them out from drawings to model railway steam locomotives, because the locomotives that I collect for my model railway tends to be a lot more precious than my drawings, mainly for the pure reason not for the expense, but for the fact that the model railway locomotives will last a lot longer than your drawings. That is the simple fact. The box for the camera lives in there, so that will go in and out of there also. All my tools will switch out between underneath the house and up here, so they will sort of jump up and down as well. There is also food that jumps up and down from the kitchen and in here quite a lot. A lot of projects go on in this room, so nothing ever stops. There's also Hot Wheels stuff that I test as well. And that, I believe, that's about it. Apart from, I'm going to say, you've got to agree on this one, the Xbox. The Xbox lives downstairs in the living room. If we temporarily go out of the room of magic and we come down the stairs, so we are generally going down the stairs now. So if we follow me, I can show you one last bit of magic and then we can end the video. So we come down here, just moving through here. My Star Wars Force Attacks cards also have a permanent live down there also. Some more smaller books also live there. A gigantic thing of Lego I am building also there to do with Transformers. A lot of my personal DVDs live on this big shelf here. My boat that seems to have fallen over, I don't know why, live in there. My battery charger, my phone charger lives in there. And then just underneath here, if I just close the door, that wasn't very good. That is the main place where I like to store big Nerf guns. And I got my cookery book down there that also lives down there, so that doesn't get lost. Some of the tapes live up there on there as the same. My extra special Thomas and Friends book lives down on this table as well. My Doctor Who DVDs are behind me. If I just turn my back, point. Some other Marvel models are also here as well. We've got some more Thomas and Friends stuff, documentaries on trains, things on Indiana Jones as well, movies. And then finally we've got another Marvel Captain America, a Hot Wheels track thing. some more Force Attacks cards, and you've got 3 more model railway locomotives in there, and then finally in the kitchen, and by the way, that is where my controllers and my Xbox live as well, just in there. We go into the kitchen just for one final thing. Paints, small paints live in here. Things like remote control diggers, they live either there. My long stick for the garden, that lives down in there. Another remote control digger that lives up there. Remote control police car that's a drift car, lives up there. Some Halloween buckets, and everything that is basically the Room of Magic, that is everything I own, apart from the Lego plane. And that is basically everything. That is basically, if I was to have a magic room that could store everything that I own, which sadly I can't, that is everything I own. So thank you for watching this Dream1190 video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.